Tadaima! Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing something a little different, but a lot of you guys have asked for since my last studying Japanese video. We are learning kanji for beginners. I am currently studying abroad in Japan at Kansai Gaidai University. They offer Japanese language classes and they also offer supplemental kanji classes, which I'm currently taking. So I thought, why not share some tips and tricks with you guys? Kanji is by far one of the most important but difficult parts of the Japanese language. So I am here to help you guys and show you some strategies to learn it faster, better, and understand why it is so important. For those of you that don't know anything about Japanese, kanji are those cool little characters that you'll see when you're reading or writing Japanese, often what you'd first think of when you think of the Japanese language. However, there are 3 writing systems in the Japanese language: Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji. Kanji is the most complex. It is also the most important. It is a big challenge when you're starting out, but the more advanced you become in Japanese, the more you'll see just how necessary it is for the language. So why is it so important? I first got to Japan, I saw kanji everywhere. It was extremely overwhelming because I didn't know how to read them. However, learning common kanji has helped able to get around easier in Japan. So if you are thinking of coming here, you definitely want to learn a few kanji. Why is it so important? Why is it used? Why do they have 3 writing systems? That's what I was wondering to myself when I started learning Japanese. There are a few reasons for this, and the first is that it makes reading sentences a lot easier. You wouldn't typically think that it would make a sentence easier because the characters are more complex. However, take this sentence for example. 今日 sushi o tabe ni ikimasu ka? In hiragana, it would look like that. Let's revise that to be written in kanji. 今日 sushi o tabe ni ikimasu ka? Here you can see that the words are separated out. It is much easier to read. On top of the sentences being easier to read, it also helps you to read faster, as you can recognize just one symbol means the same as a bunch of letters. It is visual memory, being able to look at a kanji and say, this means that. It takes time and practice to learn the meanings and the pronunciation. Since kanji helps to separate words into sentences, you can immediately understand what you are seeing. It helps to differentiate long sentences and paragraphs and makes reading easier. The second reason kanji is so important is that words have the same pronunciation. For example, atsui, which means hot, can be written in these 3 ways. First, atsui means hot. The weather is hot. Tenki wa atsui. The second is something that causes you to be hot, and it looks like this. The third one means thick. The consistency is thick. All 3 of these are pronounced the same way, atsui. You wouldn't be able to tell without the kanji. If it's so important, why is it so difficult? Kanji is the most important and indispensable part of the Japanese language. To be considered fluent in Japanese, you need to know 2,000 kanji. That is a huge, mind-blowing number. It is said that it takes 1 to 2 years to learn and remember all of those kanji. On top of that, each kanji has its own stroke order that you need to memorize to make it look nicer, neater. Kanji have multiple readings and meanings, and it can be hard to tell which one needs to be used and when. So with my help, I am going to show you some tips and tricks to write kanji and how to become a pro at it. Now that you know the basics, let's talk about how to learn kanji. Oops, I lied. We're not talking about how to learn kanji because first you need to know hiragana. As I previously mentioned, there are 3 writing systems in the Japanese language: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. The foundation of the Japanese language is hiragana. Each hiragana is a phonetic sound similar to the English alphabet. For example, there is ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, which are just sounds, but together they can create a word. You definitely need to know hiragana before you begin to learn kanji. There are only 46 hiragana to learn. However, compared to the thousands of kanji, it is much quicker to learn. If you do not have the fundamental knowledge of hiragana, katakana will be absolutely impossible to learn. For example, a common word that you will first learn is taberu, to eat. However, once you get more advanced, you will learn to write taberu, to eat, but with a kanji. Wow. The kanji ta is pronounced ta. They are written differently, obviously. Kanji can replace the hiragana. Maybe a better example would be yama is mountain. In hiragana, it is yama. You will also learn the easy kanji for yama, which is way simpler than writing out yama. And that is a common thing for most of the kanji. Another reason to learn hiragana is because of furigana. Furigana is important because when you are learning a kanji, the hiragana will appear on top of it. This is an example of furigana. The hiragana on top of the kanji shows you how to pronounce it, and it's very important to learning how to read and write kanji. All in all, learning hiragana and katakana is super important. It will aid in your kanji learning journey exponentially. Now that you know hiragana, let's learn kanji! Finally! The first thing that you need to know about kanji is stroke order. It's typically written top to bottom, left to right. Let's use my most used kanji. Ikimasu no I. The kanji has two sections. First and second, this one. Left to right, top to bottom. On the right side, top to bottom. Japanese kanji follow that pattern. Almost always. Sometimes there are exceptions. Knowing that you need to write top to bottom and left to right is a huge help in learning kanji. Once you get comfortable recognizing the way you need to write the kanji, you can easily look at something and tell how it's written. Things get a little more complicated when you look into kanjis like kaeru, nomu, even ji for time. You can split those up into what are called radicals, a segment of each kanji. You will commonly see the same radicals come up again and again. For an example, we are going to use iu, or to say. Knowing just how to write that kanji, you can write so many more. For example, hanasu, yomu, to read, and go, which is language. Many kanji that have speaking or words have this. Maybe you won't know how to write the other half. Getting a sense of what it says is a great start. Another radical that comes up a lot is the katakana ka. This can be found in namae, oi, ato, and so many other variations. As you learn more kanji, you'll be able to pick out the parts that repeat. It makes the learning a little bit easier. There are so many examples of these reoccurring radicals. More kanji means more knowledge. Another way to learn kanji is through books. At my home university in America, as well as the university in Japan, we use the Genki workbook and textbook to study Japanese. I am also in a kanji class. I am currently kanji level 2 and certainly not the best. We use the Kanji Look and Find book, which gives super helpful and cute images to help you remember the kanji, which can be super helpful for those who need to memorize and like the creative association. However, something that I've found with books is that they don't always teach you the practical kanji that you need if you want to study or come to Japan. If you want to be able to choose the kind of kanji you learn, that can be a little difficult. However, I am so excited to announce that I have partnered with MochiKanji to create this YouTube video. Studying kanji can be so overwhelming, but MochiKanji breaks it down into sections so you can choose the type of kanji that you want to learn. MochiKanji helps you memorize 1,000 kanji and vocabulary in just a month. All these kanji are divided into individual courses for your needs, from daily conversation to studying for the Japanese N2. Each course includes different lessons and topics with colorful and cute designs. MochiKanji personally tailors itself to your studying habits. With a spaced repetition style, shows you new words and words that you might struggle with more frequently, and organizes your notebook based on memorization of each word. Spaced repetition is an effective method to help learners memorize kanji and vocabulary by asking you to revise them at systematic intervals. Instead of learning a lot of kanji and words, then forgetting them, spaced time repetition helps you remember them. With the combination of spaced repetition and a special algorithm based on your learning history, MochiKanji calculates and reminds you to review at golden time every day, the time your brain memorizes the best. Spaced repetition review system ensures that you'll learn kanji successfully. Since I found this app, I have learned kanji faster than ever before. I can recognize them so much faster. Right before you forget the kanji, you'll be notified that it is golden time. The time that your brain learns the best is 15 minutes to review. Learning at golden time helps you learn less but memorize better. Just 30 minutes a day will help you learn so fast. You will learn 1,000 kanji and vocabulary in no time. MochiKanji provides flashcards, multiple choice questions, and Hiragana spelling for each vocabulary word. As with most kanji apps, you definitely want to learn Hiragana before you study kanji to help ensure your best results. Honestly, MochiKanji has really helped me enjoy learning kanji and made it so easy and accessible. The notebook system is kind of like a game. It tracks your words, tracks your memorization, tracks your levels of learning, and every day that you check in, you get to water this cute little flower. So I'm currently waiting for mine to grow. Even just watching the amount of words you learn grow is soul warming, heartwarming. The notebook system divides your levels of memorization into 5 different levels, from 1 being the worst to 5 being the best. The more you continue to use MochiKanji, the more your notebook will grow, and the more the algorithm learns how your brain works and will help you more effectively. For just $30 a year, you can unlock every single lesson that MochiKanji has to offer. For 6,000 kanji to learn. That's less than $3 a month. MochiKanji is also equipped with the Japanese dictionary and a Facebook group to meet other Japanese learners. You guys should definitely try MochiKanji to aid in your Japanese learning. It's a fun and cute app. Can't wait for you guys to check it out. You can find it on the App Store, Google Play Store. It's their website by searching MochiKanji Learn Japanese, or click the link down below. With that totally exciting news out of the way, another tip to learn kanji is to focus on verbs. Verbs are super important in every language. You are probably more likely to speak about something that you did than to write about it. It's pretty awesome to be able to write about it. You are definitely more likely to see the kanji for verbs than the hiragana. For this, I suggest looking up 5 things that you did every day in your daily life and learn the kanji for them. Repetition and relation to your everyday life will help you learn drastically, and it will stick better in your head. Here are 5 things I do every day. Shawa ni hairu, daigaku ni ikimasu, benkyou shimasu, densha de noru, hanashimasu. Those are 5 things that I did today. Obviously, in Japan, it's easier to have the practical application of kanji in Japanese. It's a little bit harder in America, but hey, why don't you give your friend a call and see if they want to learn? Maybe you could have a new hobby. Well, now that you can eat, sleep, and breathe kanji, I hope this video was so informational and entertaining for you guys and made you even more eager to learn. Kanji is definitely one of the most important and stressful parts of the Japanese language. Wouldn't it be just awesome to learn? Flex on your friends that you know Japanese kanji. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next week with another video. If there's anything else you guys are interested in learning about, comment down below, and also comment down below if you have any questions about Japan, because I think I am planning on doing a Japan Q&A soon. Just make sure you drop those questions down below, and I will see you next week. Jane!